Hey, I'm live on the Facebook this week. Must have just been a Facebook Live thing last week. Hello, and welcome to Court of the Rings here on twitch.tv/LotroStream, youtube.com/Lord of the Rings/live, and facebook.com/Lotro. I am Lotro's community manager, Cordovan, and here on Landreval, got Laurelin on the brain. I can talk about that in a little bit. Figured I'd basically just putz around the festival, just kind of seeing what's going on there. Hey, Southern Belle, Druid's Fire, Alfwine, Kotho, Stage, 541, McVegan Pants, Rowan of Gondor, Pontin Finberry, Blossomberry, Toganaki, over on YouTube. How's it going? A couple of things I was going to mention. First off, this is the final weekend of the festival, so if you want to get your stuff, you should do that. It runs through the 7th, so through Thursday of next week. But we have a long weekend here, so this might be your last good weekend to get that in. Otherwise, September 11th, through that weekend, we are going to be running the Harnkegger Games here on twitch.tv/LotroStream. About 2 to 2:30ish is when it starts, and about 4 to 4:30ish is when it ends. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to be streaming the Harnkegger Games live from Laurelin. Going to have some LotroStream co-hosts, maybe have some folks from the games. So if you can't get to Laurelin, or if you're just curious about... Man, I'm having a hard time saying that name. Laurelin. Or if you're just curious about the Harnkegger Games, this might be a great opportunity to check that out. It'll be fun. We are going to have the archives up on YouTube and such as well, but, you know, it's going to be fun. I'm going to be on an admin. That means I'm going to have my admin camera. That means I can have a little fun with folks and do some crazy stuff. So that's the goal.
Might I have a word with you?
Wow. Don't let the bounders spot you. Oh, hey, okay. Let's see. Get that my story there. So anyway, that'll be a lot of fun, I think. I know I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. A bounder. Enemy of Trunkards. Otherwise, I don't know. What's been going on with you guys? I'm interested in kind of hearing your thoughts, what you got going on. Been digging Mordor. I know peeps have been saying some pretty good things about that. I will say this as well, that we do have now this is pretty funny. Instance work coming. It's underway right now. Got the dev team working pretty hard on it. Hopefully it'll get on to full roar in the not too far distant future. We got 3 and 6 man stuff, and then of course we do have the raid coming as well. That's going to be a little bit later on this year. Yay, I did it.
Just a moment.
That was an easy 4 Farmers Fair tokens. When does the missing parts from Mordor region will be added? What missing parts are you looking for? We have a pretty extensive bit of Mordor. We are going to be sticking around Mordor, doing some more stuff in the near future. What about the new kites? No price on the store one, and no anything on the Windfowl kite. I will have to look into that. I know we've got some of our ecom folks on vacation this week, so that may be really what's responsible for that. What do you mean, no price on the store one? Are you saying you can't buy it? Some time ago, I said a new producer's letter is in preparation. Any news on that? No. I think in preparation is maybe I jumped the gun a little bit. It's gotten as far as me telling Sev, hey, Sev, I know you're busy, but we really need a new producer's letter for both DDO and Lotro. And him saying, yeah, I hear you, I'll get to that. And that's really about as far as it's gotten at this point. The general outline is going to be what to expect for the rest of the year, perhaps a little bit of a peek into early next year as well. But it's going to be a little while yet. We haven't even really had time to start working on it. Sorry. If it's not listed in the store, then it's presumably, but ID in-game. Not quite sure what you mean by that either. If it's not for sale, it's not for sale.
Hi there, give me a moment.
Okay. Why am I not seeing... Aren't I supposed to see a thing over their head? That's it.
How rude.
Alright. Is it intentional that will classes get identical sets of teal chest and legs from Mordor quests? I believe so. Why am I not seeing... Oh, if there are parts of the Mordor... I mean, we have more on the Mordor map than we probably intend to bring to the game. But it's always something we could expand on in the future. In terms of Durin, Leclau, Glamoth.
It's been a foul day, it has.
Huh. That's weird.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I already did that one, so I'm not going to do that one again. Sorry, Jesse, I know it's never a popular choice to have things bound to character, but that's deliberate. 2 kites are listed in the collection window as available in the store, and one of them may not be. Alright, that I can follow up on hopefully today. Quartermaster Yu, I believe, is out of the office, but Tolero should be around, and she has access to the store catalog as well. So I can double check to see what's the dealio with the missing kite. Will the treasure hunt ever come back? Yes, it will. It has been an awful long time, though. We pretty well have, I think, our schedule set through the end of the year. But I'll put it on Quartermaster U's radar again to get that thing back. Is U-22 going to be a full quest pack or an instance cluster for Mordor? An instance cluster for Mordor is the answer. Although, actually, U-22 will be a full thing. Update 21.2 and Update 21.3. 21.2 will be the instance cluster, 21.3 will be the raid, and 22 will be a full bit of content. My guess is someone just forgot to flip the switch on the kite, unless there's a bug with it or something like that. Someone on YouTube is asking a Russian player about basically bringing some of the former haircuts in combination with a new appearance. I've passed that along to the art team as well in the past, and I know that they may well want to do something along those lines in the future. Okay, so what? How weird. Why are the party customers not letting me talk to them? Any idea what's up? It's almost like it bugged or something. Yes, that's what I thought. Collect from the apple crates, but it's saying I can't use it. Using that has no effect. Oh, is that what it is? Okay. I can't disable the new avatar update on all of my characters. Why is that? You should be able to disable them on any of the characters that have the new avatar update available. Which character can you not disable the new avatar update on? I would be curious. I feel like I should be able to see the beef here. Where's the beef? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, it says get the beef, but that could be. Handful of salt. So, Xanther, I appreciate what you're saying about having basically hair that blows in the wind. I think really it's just kind of a tech issue of our game engine just doesn't support that. Sorry. To add to an earlier question, a few quest chains in Mordor give the exact same item as a quest reward or an item with the same stats. Should they not be different since they are completely different quest chains? No. Sorry, that's the answer to that. They may well be the same item that you get. Meat stall. Anyone got a good sense of where that meat stall is supposed to be? I would have thought it would be this, but now someone's saying maybe not. Any word on avatar updates for dwarves and hobbits? It's not going to be anytime too soon, but it is on the list of things that will be next. The art team, frankly, is a little busy working on the DDO side right now, in the same way that DDO kind of had to let Mordor take precedent. The art team is working very hard on Ravenloft right now. So that's not to say that there isn't any Locher work being done, but that is to say something like a large project like the Dwarf Hobbit Avatar update is going to be a little bit later. Sinte, so if you have 10 characters and see a change in only 2 of them, I would be curious what the races are of the other 8 characters. You know, we just did elf and human, so if they're not elves or humans, then that would explain that. Yeah, so I feel like I mean, yes, I am a total idiot, but I also feel like an idiot because what the hell is wrong? Where's the beef? Why am I not seeing it? How can I not be seeing this? Oh, I'm in the right place, right? Yeah. You only have female women as characters. I assume that means you mean female humans? No new information on when the new instance cluster will hit Bull Roar. Fairly soonish, but it's going to be a little while. So find the next ingredient. Alright. Beef. I don't know what the last ingredient I picked up was. Alright, I'm going to abandon this quest and just try it again. Can I? Try that. I'll see now you're there.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
I'm going to try one of these. Cotton's Farm. Over here. Use the pie for a speed buff. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's Longborough's farm. Oops. Hmm. True. I do get lots of salt. Now that's funny. Um, there we go. Fresh cabbages.
How do you do?
Hey, I'm the hero of the farmer's fair. Woohoo! Fixer and keepers. Okay. I don't have an answer to the perceived lack of finesse or will class gear in Mordor. The itemization team made the decisions based on what they wanted to do for the game. It may be that differs from what you would like to see. How much will Mordor cost in Lotro points? You can find the answer to that on Lotro.com. There's a link to the FAQ that talks specifically about how much it will cost. No word about Runekeepers and Loremasters legendaries not being scaled. I know that that's something the team is aware of. Will Bjornings ever get proper quest reward armor? No. Again, your definition of proper may differ from the design teams. I think you will need to do some work to convince us why it should be might-based and not agility-based. No, Ranger Baggins. I know that had come up once before about getting a cosmetic version of the Throne of the Dread Terror armor, either in the Lotro store or in-game through Mark's Medallions. That is a piece of armor that is intended to be earned rather than purchased. I have not tried the Fishy Fishy quest, and I do not. I have not run a GRS query to see whether any players in game have completed it. Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry, I really don't have the answer for you. Let's see, what am I actually going to do here? What do I want to do? Speak with the pond and Bywater. Yeah. Let me go to the pond and Bywater. I am not familiar with what the itemization plans are for the instances, so I cannot answer the question about whether or not any class-specific sets will be coming with instances there.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Don't walk off. I need to speak with you.
Get my fishing rod out, if I can figure out where I put it. Did I already put it away? Crap. That's just like me to take a fishing quest and then not actually have my fishing rod with me. Oh, no, here we go. Alright. Why is this not working?
How do you do?
Can I help you find something, friend?
Oh. I'll use the fishing skill. Okay. No. There we go. Alright. Cool. So, Planetary is saying some of the instances, like the Battle for Erebor and Flight to the Lonely Mountain, are, quote, highly overtuned due to scaling. I'm not sure that I would agree with that. Any future plans for Lotro? Yes. So is U-22 Mordor? I don't think I'm ready to break that news yet. If we haven't said specifically kind of what region we're looking at, I don't want to be the one to make that announcement, and particularly not on the live stream. That might be something that we would see in a producer's letter on that. So, sorry I'm not going to break that news on the show today. Any plans for a UI update? Only in a general sense of it's something we would like to do. But we have not... Why does it say I can't take that? No, I do not think we'll see a level cap increase in 22. I can tell you that much. Lariana, we are never again going to be talking about our licensing issue. If you believe it's up this year, go for it. That was a ridiculous thing to get into in the past. It was a mistake on the part of the people to do what is essentially a regular business dealing and turn it into forum drama. So yeah, I mean, we definitely want to do some UI updates. In particular, we have been hearing from some folks who are starting to get into the world of 4K monitors, things like that, that some of the additional UI scaling needs to be done. In particular, I mean, it's an issue for Lotro, but it's really an issue for DDO. And for both games, frankly, I think on our agenda at some point in the future is going to have to be additional UI work. Frankly, we do not have the time or resources for that right now, so it's going to be a little while. But I think there is an awareness that that's something we're going to need to do at some point in the future. There we go.
How rude!
Alright. Egg scramble event. Where's the... That's the... Yeah.
Might I speak with you a
Okay, so
moment?
that's not the one. Which one's the egg scramble event? Oh, that'd be this one, huh?
A lovely day, isn't it?
Alright, so someone is saying they are unable to do the egg scramble. So let us check that one out.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Chickens. You know I'm into that. As long as I'm doing that, let me get into my casual wear. There we go. As of last week, every week I'm being asked about the 64-bit client. Nothing new to report based on where we were 7 days ago. I agree, Blossomberry. Changing font size would be quite welcome. Oh, thanks, Meredith. Yeah, Meredith brings up that I did update the community guidelines. Frankly, that had been something that's been kind of cooking for almost a year now that I just really ran out of time to do. And I've been wanting to do for a while. You can take a look at the new community guidelines just on Lotra.com. They're the same also for the other game. Overall, it's no big changes there, but I changed the wording quite a bit to be a little less kind of legalese and a little more natural. And then also we're getting rid of the points and total infraction system. I always would, when I'd have to do heavy moderation, I'd be in a situation of being like, alright, well, this person's a free player, so they can only have 2 infractions, but I really don't want to ban them over saying this. And so I'd kind of get in this weird situation where I'd issue maybe more warnings or something like that. So instead, I was talking to a lot of community managers on a Facebook group I belong to, community managers for other video games, and I was like, yeah, so what do you guys do for forum moderation? Let me take a look at your community rules. And they took a look at ours, and the overwhelming feedback I got was, why are you doing this weird math? Why are you... If someone needs to get banned, they should be banned. If someone needs to be infracted, they should be infracted. Why are you turning this into a legal system? And I completely agreed with that. So, essentially, I rewrote the rules top to bottom to really also be more what we've been doing in terms of moderation. And so hopefully it's more clear, the expectations are more clear, and the process itself is going to be a lot better. Sorry, I think PaySafe card is a thing of the past. Someone's saying, I want PaySafe card back. My understanding is either we no longer have a contract to do that, or there's some kind of thing where they went out of business or something like that. I'm not quite sure what the deal is. But I know that we are no longer able to do PaySafe card. We're not going to be able to anytime soon. It may just be like a contract thing between our third-party vendor that does the store and PaySafe. Do the moderation rules apply to in-game chat too? No. This is for just like the old community rules. This applies to the forums and other community sites, and the in-game rules are defined by the terms of service and code of conduct.
Good day. Could I take a moment of your time?
And that's nothing new. The community guidelines have always been a community thing, whereas the code of conduct is always governed in-game activity. All my demerits are erased? Yay. Yeah, for the most part. So because, in particular, because Lotra has had some spam issues, I needed to preserve the Instaban infractions. You know, someone created an account just for trolling. The spammers, gold sellers, people who posted clearly pornographic, racist stuff, you know, things like that. It was necessary for me so that not everybody got unbanned. That I preserve some of the worst infractions. But otherwise, I went down the line of pretty much everything 10 points and under and simply erased it from vBulletin. So any of those old infractions they're gone. Just plain old gone. And in some cases, that means when your account next gets reconciled, it will unban you. I'm setting myself up for a lot of work, and I knew this going forward, that what this was going to mean is I was going to have to do, probably for these first couple of weeks, as some of the people who really needed to get banned come back. I'm going to have to reban them. But I'd rather do that than kind of do what I had been doing for about the past year, which was kind of individually trying to pour through months or in some cases years of history and moderation decisions and try to second guess things. So overall, I think this is the right way to go. There we go. What? It says collect white eggs. Well, clearly I didn't do a very good job on this egg scramble. I'll have to give this another try and see if I can do a better job. You know, it's actually kind of a truth that people tend to think I'm far more banny than I ever actually am. The reality is, when I was looking for all that stuff, right, I was like, well, how many people have I actually banned? And the answer is really not that many. Perhaps, perhaps some would say not enough. But, you know. Oh, actually, I can go back. Yeah, Horse to the Farmer's Fair.
A lovely day, isn't it?
It actually hasn't been that many. I actually don't do that much banning. I really don't. Do I think we will ever get a chicken quest to Mordor? If I have my way, the answer is yes. So yes, landscape gear that you don't plan to use is intended to be turned into the Ash of Gorgoroth. Sorry, Eothrun, I am not going to be the one to drop hints about Update 22 content. That's going to need to come from Sev or someone else. Maybe in a producer's letter or something like that. I'm not going to drop the bomb at 12:52 Eastern on a live stream. Any word on when the Mordor instances will be on Bullroar? Soonish. Soonish. What world am I on? I am on Landreval. Not next week. Let me see if I can actually find a little more info for you there. By the way, we do have Hobnanigans going this weekend for the extra long weekend, so if you are into that. Besides the Farmer's Fair here, we got that going on. Alright. August. It looks like we could potentially have at least one of the instances available on Bullroar perhaps within a week or two. Perhaps even as soon as the end of next week. On the early side. But that ultimately is fairly fluid in that it depends on when it's ready, when it gets checked out by QA, when QA is able to stage it, and all that sort of thing. So. Any word on what I'm planning to eat for lunch? Yes, I am eating what used to be called a TV dinner. I prefer to think of it as a portable meal. And it may indeed be some kind of like sage ravioli thing that I picked up from the grocery store. Ah! I failed. I'm a failure. Sounds kind of unexciting. Yeah. It's lunch. You know.
Good day.
Alright, let me just kind of take a few more questions. I'm going to be done with the Farmer's Fair next week. I'll be back doing more epic book questing and things like that. Go stream my lunch. No! That's cool. There's a new book Tom C. over on YouTube is saying there's a Flora of Middle-earth Plants of J.R.R. Tolkien's Legendarium. I thought people were sick of flower picking. So, yeah, just to reiterate, on the 11th, we're going to be doing a big stream, week-long, of Hopnanigans live from Laurelin. I'll be on my admin character using sort of camera techniques and that to really bring the event to life for you. Should be pretty cool. And that'll start on the 11th. We're going to have more information to be found on our Twitch channel and probably the forums, and maybe even the launcher, frankly, as well. As we get a little bit closer to that. One of the things this week was really getting the community guidelines out and all that, or rules out, and all that sort of thing. But one of the things I'm going to be doing next week is really finalizing that Harnkegger schedule and getting word out about that. And yes, harnkeggergames.simplesite.com is the info for all that. It is a player-run event. I don't want to glom onto their hard work too much, but we did want to bring that onto Twitch because, one, it's really cool. Two, it's a neat sporting event. Three, we did a little bit of that last year, just a very little bit, and people really dug it. Two, the schedule, frankly, works out well for me because it takes place during the workday afternoon for me. So. Alright, 1 o'clock here, so I think I'm going to probably wrap up the stream. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back next Thursday with Court of the Rings here on twitch.tv/LotroStream, youtube.com/Lord of the Rings/live, facebook.com/Lotro. We do have shows all week long. We have got a full schedule over on Twitch, and you can find that schedule over on the Twitch page. We have a link to a Google Calendar as well, so if you want to take advantage of that, you can. Have fun, everyone, and I will talk to you next week. See ya.